Hey everyone, it is Kevin Gilligan. Welcome to this very special live stream edition of the Geeks Out Podcast. We have a wonderful special guest. He is Misster, drag performer, has been a pop culture junkie and a bearded Comic-Con darling for years. With their creative gender-bent twist to the art form, they bring a refreshing take to both cosplay and drag. They're the creator and co-host of Creep Show Saturdays, which is a monthly event in Charlotte, North Carolina, highlighting alternative drag artists in the Southeast. Please welcome one of my new favorite people, Misster.
Hey Facebook, hey YouTube, how are you doing? Thank you all for tuning in.
Thank you for joining. We have lots to cover, including some Nintendo leaks that happened, some beta designs. The GLAAD Media Award winners have been announced, and Beyonce has gifted us with the visual album Black is King, and all these stories and more in this special live stream edition of the Geeks Out Podcast. I'm so excited. Thank you.
You're welcome. That was beautiful.
It's so good to see you. It's so good to see anyone, actually, honestly.
Yeah, quarantine is getting me. I'm so happy to finally see someone other than my roommates and my cat. So just a lovely breath of fresh air.
Oh, excellent. You have been doing some amazing socially distant drag performances.
Thank you. Yeah, like you said before, I do the monthly Creep shows here in Charlotte, North Carolina, where we have myself, Vegas Van Dank, and Priscilla Chambers from Boulay Brothers Dragula. And we have a monthly show with all the weirdos in the Southeast. And since Corona hit us and we haven't been able to party in person, I was smart enough to move us to Twitch. So you can catch our monthly shows on Twitch on my stream if you want to see what's going on, see what the ghouls are doing.
Yes. I had the pleasure of seeing you perform a couple years ago back in for Heroes Con in North Carolina, in Charlotte.
I remember that.
We learned about your performance that you were organizing in celebration of Heroes Con. And I got to see you did amazing performances while you were there.
Thank you.
I believe, if I remember correctly, you did a Thanos performance, and I think there was because I've seen several of your performances and they're all bleeding together for me.
Yeah.
There was a cat. Was there a Catwoman performance
for Heroes Con?
Yeah.
No, for Heroes Con, I think I remember doing. I did Rita Repulsa from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
That was it. That was the one. Yeah, that was amazing.
That used to be my go-to number. Thank you. That costume is broken apart now. She's so old. I miss her.
I think I still have a photo of it. So
Rita Repulsa, yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually my first cosplay ever, and that was the number I always brought to different drag shows. Like, this is my good, happy number. I love Rita Repulsa, so if you see me travel, you've probably seen Rita before. Fun fact, I met like most of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
I cosplayed that to New York Comic Con and Wizard World Philly. I wore the Rita Repulsa, and I met like the Green Ranger, Green Ranger, Red Ranger, Black and Blue, and they all gagged over Rita Repulsa. I guess you did too. Thank you.
I mean, who wouldn't, honestly? I'm so glad to have you, and also sneak peek, a little spoiler. Misster is going to be performing as part of our FlameCon Open Flame virtual event on August 15th. We're gonna play a special promo trailer for that event, for the performance, Fire Escape, at the end of our broadcast. So
that's exciting.
Stay tuned. I am really excited to see your performance and all the other performers. Also, we're going to talk about some of the panels in a bit. We'll tease that towards the end. But let's dive into some big openings, shall we?
Yes, I love a big opening.
Also, we're getting some comments from people on Facebook. Someone is living for your cosplay.
Oh, thank you, Dean.
Dean, the storm we deserve.
Yes. Tell MCU I'm ready. I'm ready to film. I'm ready for the big screen. If you need Storm, I'm right here, baby.
Yes. And a shout out from Sophie.
Sophie. Yeah, Sophie's one of our feature performers at Creep Show in Charlotte. We love having her. She is amazing. Thanks for watching, girl.
Yeah. And Steve is wondering maybe. Dean said my pleasure. Steve was wondering Dragula season 4 for Misster.
Oh my goodness. I actually saw today they announced that auditions were opening in August. So I don't know. We might see. Stay tuned. Honestly, I'm a professional video editor.
Yeah.
So if I could work for the show too, that would be cool as well. Like, I'll pull a Vander, compete one season, get hired the next, hopefully.
Yeah. Get it. Get that coin. Let's dive into some big openings. As the world has been, terrible and depressing. We've been starting off with the not great news first, and then we'll move on to better topics.
Some nerdy,
right. So there is a comic strip called Six Chicks, which they recently had their comic strip pulled, and then some of the newspapers that were running it, in place of it, ran an apology because they had put in a comic that was pro-mask, pro-Black Lives Matter.
Yeah. Did they removed for that? It got removed for that?
So it was the subsequent comic, I believe, the day after was removed. And so it did not run in the paper the following day. And then an apology, which was not written or approved by the writer, was run in its place. So the comic in question, let me see if I can add in the image. We're learning things on the fly.
Oh yeah,
We'll see. That's the comic.
There you go.
Yeah.
Technology.
So that's the comic in question that was got a response from some Karens.
We hate Karens.
Yeah.
We don't have time for them. I hate that this got removed. I think it's so silly that both Black Lives Matter and wearing a mask for a global pandemic has turned into a political opinion almost.
Yeah.
It's silly. Why is common human decency? Why is fighting for people's rights? Why is wanting to stay healthy political at this point?
Right.
So I think it's kind of ridiculous that these magazines took the comic out. What's current issues? This is going on in the world. You can't avoid it.
I mean, thankfully, they're the editors of the comic strip, which is a King's Features publication. They 100% stood behind it, saying that's I'm Bianca's syndicate editor. Yes, we support Bianca 100%, and this newspaper editor has been told as much. So
good.
It's unfortunate that, and honestly, it sort of goes to show that there just needs to be probably more diversity in all areas of publication.
I agree, because if they're too worried to air that just a comic strip, that makes me wonder how are they framing the current events? How are they telling the readers about what's going on if they can't even have a comic strip about it? So obviously there's a bias going on. That's not okay.
No. I mean, and also there was an article that came out today in Business Insider, which is behind a paywall, unfortunately,
Yes.
but detailing the sort of and highlighting the lack of diversity with Marvel Comics. So hopefully there's going to be more introspection in a lot of these companies, realizing that, diversity is needed, representation matters.
It does.
You need to hire Black people and people of color, Indigenous people, because otherwise we're getting a lot of homogenized views. And, these faux pas, I can't, faux pas, finding my frame, are bound to happen, and I'm saying faux pas as I'm being very generous. So, these lack of judgments. So
that's bound to happen when you have a whole staff that all come from the same walk of life. They're all gonna have the same stereotypes in the head. They're all gonna have the same opinions, the same ideas of, and everyone else will be other to them because they're all from the same group.
Right.
And that unfortunately will reflect in the papers they write and the TV shows they create. So diversity in the workforce definitely helps us out with the entertainment industry a lot, and this example shows it.
Yeah. And I think some of that is we're seeing some of those changes that are happening now because of that, and we'll talk some about that in a little bit in terms of recognition and as well as changes within the entertainment industry. So, but before we get to that, Misster, what's in your big opening?
My big opening. Are you ready for this?
Oh yes.
It's about a leak, so I don't know if you're ready, but it's
oh my. Leaks from big openings. Oh my.
Leaks from big openings. So recently, I don't know if it was hackers, but there was a big leak from Nintendo about all their old games, all these betas for games, ideas that were general public was never supposed to see, came out. People found beta Pokemon designs, which I love. People found that the original Super Mario 64 game was supposed to be a 2-player game with Luigi. Like they dug in the files and found a model for Luigi, which I thought was really cool. I think it's really interesting seeing how games develop and what we lose, what changes.
Yeah.
So I think that was really cool to see all these beta Pokemon designs, because we all know there's like over 500 at this point. So seeing that each step that goes through while they're making the game, changing designs last minute.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was really interesting to see the process of how Pokemon are created.
The evolution of the Pokemon, if you will.
The evolution of the Pokemon, yes. There you go. Ding, 2 points for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's interesting to get sort of a peek behind that creative process.
Yeah, it's like what are we all doing over here? What changed last second?
What what we missed out on, what we were saved from.
Right.
So yeah. You getting some love from Shane.
Hey Shane, that's my friend all the way from high school, and we're still in touch. So I'm so happy he's watching. How you doing? Yes, gamer. I'm a gamer. Pokemon, Digimon, Mario Kart, all that.
Yeah, and we got Dean watching from Australia. Hey, Dean.
Hey.
Well, let's go down and nerdy, shall we?
Let's get a little nerdy.
So we're going to talk about what we both are consuming in pop culture right now.
Okay.
I feel that's all we're doing in quarantine is just consuming pop culture.
Consuming pop culture, consuming food. I could barely get this costume earlier. Quarantine's getting me. Us both.
It's quarantine is all about some loose-fitting clothing. So.
Okay. Sweatpants is all that fits now. Sweatpants and 4-stretch. All I have to wear.
We are all living that Mean Girl reality right now. So I noticed that one of my old favorite movies, Tank Girl, was on Hulu, which I think tonight might be your last opportunity to catch it on Hulu right now.
Are you serious? I haven't seen that. I'm about to watch it later after this.
Yes,
Tank Girl.
On Tank Girl. It stars Lori Petty, Malcolm McDowell, and I think it's one of the first movies that Naomi Watts starred in.
Oh my goodness! What year was it made?
I want to say it was like 94 94. Nope, 95. 95.
Oh, sounds like two. Cool.
Yeah, also had Ice-T in it as well. Yeah, it was a really interesting movie, sort of post-apocalyptic, based on the comic book, where a comet has disrupted the rain cycle of Earth, so Earth has become like a desert, and water is a big commodity.
Huh. We might get there soon. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
There's still several months left in 2020. Oh, I'm gonna cry.
We survived the killer hornet, so bring on what's next.
Well, it has also great music from Bjork, a lot of music of that time, and just some great lines in it. Great, very punk, and just sort of still like low key queer kind of. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed rewatching it. Cool. And then still in any sort of older movie, there problematic elements. Anyways, I still have my Quibi subscription.
I haven't had that one yet.
Oh, there's some stuff to watch.
Cool.
I started watching the new show that they have on there called Don't Look Deeper, which is very sci-fi, very futuristic, dealing with humanoid robots and somewhat a young woman discovering that she might be a robot. And it stars Don Cheadle and Emily Mortimer. It's interesting. I don't like the fact that I have to watch it on my phone.
Oh, yeah, that's the one thing about Quibi. It's not on the Roku or TV or anything. It has to be on your phone.
Yeah.
See, they need to think about that again.
Yeah. So it's frustrating in that sense.
Right.
It's beautiful. The cinematography, the special effects. I just wish I was on a bigger format.
Right. You want to enjoy the whole thing. You did all that work on the special effects. Let me put it on my big TV.
Yeah. And like all of the episodes are like 8 to 10 minutes long. So right now, like in this quarantine like setting, it's not very great. I mean, if I was on the subway or, if I was going somewhere, right. Sure. Yeah. But,
TV.
Yeah. And that's what it was meant for. So, right now I just watch it in the tub. That's
there's cute. You have your little phone, a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Something great.
Yeah. You're getting some more love, from people, from Christopher.
That's my sister, Vegas Fan Dank from Charlotte. She's actually the co-host of Creep Show Saturday. So if you want to catch us, follow her on Instagram too.
Yeah. And
thank you,
Quentin.
Hey, that's Demanda. She does cosplay drag as well. We love her.
Awesome. Shane. It sounds like YouTube Red with Quibi, but they are transitioning. YouTube Red, their programming is transitioning to like more reality based. They've sold off all of their scripted material because the only one that was doing anything was the Cobra Kai franchise, and that was sold to Netflix. So
doesn't Quibi have that Sasha Velour show on there?
Yeah, Nightgowns, and that's really enjoyable. I really enjoyed that. I would want more. I will say for Quibi, there is some great queer content on there. There's Nightgowns. There's Game Show with a Y.
That's cute.
Singled Out is very queer. The new reboot of Singled Out. Disheveled, which is hosted by Titus Burgess.
I love him.
Yeah. So there's a lot of. Yeah. Adam Rippon has a show on there. there's a number of queer shows that are part of it. I just wish it was not Quibi.
Right, give me Netflix, Disney Plus, anything else.
Yeah, exactly.
Hulu Max.
Yeah. And then also I got the new issue of X Factor, which is sort of shows what people are doing to investigate when mutants die in this new reality in X-Men.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's the team with the most queer characters on it. You got North Star, Dakin. I never know how to say that character's name. Wolverine's son, and what do you call it? Prodigy. So you have as Dakin has said, he is the disaster bi, and Prodigy is the distinguished bi character of the team. So, yeah, what are you getting down and nerdy with?
So Shane actually just mentioned it in the comment section, but The Legend of Korra. I recently just went through and binged Avatar: Last Airbender.
Yeah,
and I did not have enough, so I had to go, surf the web and find Legend of Korra to watch that as well. And I think it was really good. I love how expanded on the world of Avatar. We got to see the outcome of Aang trying to unite the world and what future evil people came of that, because evil never stops no matter what.
Right.
And I think it was like a really good addition to the Avatar franchise. And I was a little worried about watching it, because I remember when it came out originally, it would get a lot of hate from the Avatar fanboys, and everyone just gave it negative comments. I was like, you know what? Quarantine, I'm bored. Dismiss Avatar. Let me try Korra. And I was shocked. Korra is really good.
Nice.
I think people, only reason they hated it was because some people, they hate diversity. It's a story about a dark skin Native woman trying to get to the world, while Aang was, not a girl,
right,
or dark skin. So I think people kind of hate seeing diversity sometimes without realizing it, and have these biases.
Well, and it's
also attack shows.
Well, it's also like people, they grow attached to certain characters, and when they see a character in that same world that's not that character, that they just have instant vitriol towards
it's not my show. Ooh, you killed it. You ruined it.
Right, exactly. It's like your show still exists. You can still watch it.
Right. And there's comic book edition to Avatar. Their story didn't end. Go read the comics.
Right.
Let the next Avatar reign. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
For a moment. But I'm a little mad though, because I almost done binging it. I'm on like the second to last episode. Then here comes Netflix saying, "Oh, we're gonna have it all for easy streaming soon." So I was a little too early to watching that. Apparently.
I mean, you can
on Netflix now.
You can rewatch it.
I might as well.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching. I just started watching Avatar for the first time. So.
Do you love it?
It's cute. I just started literally. I think I'm maybe 7 episodes into it. So. I think he just talked with the previous Avatar, the Fire Lord.
Avatar Roku, yeah.
Yes.
He's trying to learn his water bending,
Exactly.
Teaming.
Yeah. So I'm that far into it.
Cool.
So I'm getting into it. It's it's my new just before bed sort of chill sort of show.
It's definitely that. I watched two episodes a day during quarantine, and it got me through the day. It's something to do. It's a really good show. I definitely recommend both Avatar series to everyone. Go watch it if you haven't. It's on Netflix.
Yeah. What else are you getting down and nerdy with?
And then every night I've been watching different horror movies, scary films. I've been watching what I watch. I watched 13 Ghosts. I saw the Saw series. I watched the Hostel series, and Conjuring. Thank you. Watch Conjuring. But recently we just watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I've actually never seen before.
Okay.
And that was really cool for an older movie. We just started watching that after finishing the Saw series.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really cool seeing how it was like the opposite of Saw. It was still scary and gory, but Texas Chainsaw Massacre did a thing where they didn't show the gore on the TV.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see the gore. Everything was implied. Like you saw it about to happen. You saw the blood squirt. But you didn't see the actual gore, like which was opposite of Saw, where you see every little ligament
gore,
being torn.
gore. Yeah.
Gore, yes. So yeah, that was a really cool contrast watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre to everything else I'd seen.
Have you watched really any of the sequels or reboots or?
I do want to watch the reboot. I went to search for the sequel to watch with my roommate, and we found like a shady website to watch it on. I was a little scared to watch it. I was like, I ain't download from here.
Yeah.
I don't want any viruses in my computer, so I got during quarantine. I don't want to fuck this up. So if anyone has a link to watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, please send it to me. I'd love to watch it. I heard it was a comedy though.
It's been forever, and I don't know if I've seen it or other ones, because there's one I think that's like the new generation that has Renee Zellweger in it. If I'm remembering correctly. But it's been forever since I've seen it, so I honestly don't remember much.
Well, after this, I'm gonna watch Tank Girl, and you watch Texas Chainsaw. How about that? We'll do a little movie trade.
That sounds good. Yeah.
There you go.
Let's move on to the main event, our strong female character of the week. Beyonce has blessed us with a visual album that debuted exclusively on Disney Plus called Black is King.
Yes, and it is.
Have you had a chance to watch it?
I did. I stood up all night until 3 a.m. the moment it dropped. There's a little lag. The Roku didn't have it up immediately. I was a little upset. I was tweeting about it.
Yeah.
But I stood up all night, and I definitely watched Black is King. I was trying not to fall asleep, but we got through it. It was really good. It was stunning.
Gorgeous.
It was good. Love the story line going through it to keep you through it all.
Yeah.
It was good.
I will say this. If we had to have that interesting live action version of The Lion King just to get this, fine. That's fine.
It was worth it.
Yeah, it was worth it. It was worth the very the thoroughly okay live action Lion King, just so that we could have this experience.
You got to get to the storm, you know?
Yeah.
Get the rainbow. I thought it was really cool that she went back and shot a new music video for Bigger to go with the rest of the story. Because she already released a music video for Bigger last year when the original album, The Gift, came out.
Right.
So I thought that was very Virgo of her to go back and redo it so it fit the whole overarching story. So
yeah,
points to you, Beyonce.
It just, the storytelling, the cinematography of it, the outfits. I mean, we're going to see some drag recreations of those outfits. And I can't, there could be a whole drag race, runway challenge that is just outfits, Black is King outfits.
I would live for that. Hey, World of Wonder, if you're watching, Black is King, we want a challenge.
Yes.
Beyonce's the guest judge. Please make it happen.
Make it happen. Yeah.
Like the second song, Way Back, when she had the sparkly costumes. I was, oh no, I need those right now. Let me ask somebody. Please are making these costumes right now.
Yes.
I think it's crazy. How does she work with all the designers, all these different choreographers and videographers, and nothing slips?
Right.
No one knew this is coming.
Mm-mm.
No one knew this was coming. It's just a whole album movie for us.
The
what the fuck?
Power of Beyonce.
and an
NDA.
Yeah. Yes.
Some powerful NDAs they are working with, I'm sure.
And it worked.
Yeah.
Love the surprise.
In This Week in Queer, the GLAAD Media Awards winners were announced.
Yeah.
They had the ceremony last night, and it is going to air this coming Monday on Logo, I believe.
Oh, okay. I'm tuned in. Like I saw some clips on Twitter from some performances, but definitely want to watch this whole thing.
Some great winners from this year. Of course, for best comedy series, we got Schitt's Creek. Of course, was honored. But also Pose got for outstanding drama series.
I love Pose,
which was great. And then the for individual episode that doesn't have a regular queer character, Dolly Parton's Heartstrings, which was like an anthology Netflix series. But one that I really liked, the Outstanding Kids and Family Programming, was a tie between The Bravest Night, which is adorable if you haven't watched it.
I have not.
And High School Musical, the series.
I just started watching that. I'm on like episode 2 so far of that on Disney Plus.
How do you enjoy it? I have not watched it yet.
I think it's really cute retelling of the original story. It's really like a little more modern for us, you know.
Yeah.
We still have the coded gay kid who's definitely, you know, on the team. So he's nice to see him.
Yeah.
He gets to live his fantasy out on the show, and everyone's really welcoming to him. So it's cool to see how the attitudes of High School Musical, the original, has changed to now a musical. And how kids are more open to everyone.
Yeah, I was really like heartened to see so many shows represented, like nominated. There were, I believe, 10 shows that were nominated for Outstanding Kids and Family Programming.
Oh, that's so good.
And they ranged from both streaming shows to cable and broadcast shows. So from Disney Channel to Nickelodeon, PBS, the Mr. Ratburn's Marriage.
Oh yeah, I remember when that happened.
Yeah,
I think it's so cool that kids' cartoons like show queer people existing now. Because remember when I was a child, I used to watch Sailor Moon, and to me the girls were cousins. They weren't dating; they were cousins. You know.
Yeah.
So it's so cool seeing how, like, again, times has changed and we exist. We exist in cartoons now, so it's really cool.
Well, and even more like just clear, direct queer storylines. With She-Ra and the Princesses of Power.
Yes.
Rocco's Modern Life, Static Cling, featuring a trans storyline.
That was really good and really surprising they included that.
Yeah.
And no one batted an eye in that story either. It was like, oh, this is how I'm going by now. But call me she. And everyone was like, okay, no questions asked.
Yeah.
That's you. We're here for it.
Yeah. Lil Nas X won for Outstanding Music Artist.
He deserved it.
Yeah. For Outstanding Comic Book, Star Wars, Dr. Aphra won, which I've read some. I've really enjoyed. It's very complicated queer storyline. Dr. Aphra being a character that lives in the gray zone in terms of morality, like wanting to do good, but also, you know, works for Darth Vader as well, you know. So Shane saying the first one they saw was Adventure Time.
Adventure Time. Oh, showing like queer stories.
Queer storylines and kids programming. Yeah.
Yes.
So, and then for Outstanding Video Game, The Outer Worlds won. Which admittedly I am a basic bitch gamer, so I have not played.
Yeah, that's not something I would play. I'm Pokemon and Smash Brothers. That's it. And a little Animal Crossing here and there. I'm not playing all these other games.
Yeah. You know, all of the ones that were nominated: Apex Legends, Borderlands 3, Overwatch, The Walking Dead, the final season. I've done one of the Walking Dead Telltale games before, so I'm familiar with that. But Still, I mean, it's great that these areas of entertainment are being honored for representation. So,
and I just hope the trend continues and we see more queer people in video games.
yes, please. Our clip of the week was they released a new trailer for an animated choose your own adventure, essentially, of Batman Death in the Family.
Yes. I just watched that trailer last night. It looks so exciting.
So Death in the Family, for those who may not be familiar, was a classic storyline from Batman where the second ever Robin, Jason Todd, since Dick Grayson has grown up, has graduated and become Nightwing, and of course Batman needs another Robin. A lot of people did not, the fans reacted poorly, did not like the new Robin. And so, comics be comics. They did a big storyline, big event where they readers had the opportunity to decide the fate of Robin. And so they could call in to I think it was a 900 number, and vote whether or not Robin lives or dies.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And they're doing similar with this, but expanded even more so that there are more choices that you can make through this storytelling, which is interesting. Is also interesting that they're choosing to do this with this character of do you want this young kid to be killed? Yeah. It's interesting. John Jennison saying vote that Robin off.
Robin off, yeah. Robin, the time has come to lip sync for your life.
Yeah.
Bye.
That would be interesting. That would be an interesting take if they did that.
You never know. Choose your own adventure. You don't know where it might go,
No, not at all. I mean, it's interesting. The movie is coming out on sale, and it'll be on digital as well. I'm curious how that would translate for the digital of being able to choose the option. So
maybe like how Netflix choose your own adventure things work, where you can kind of choose the next scene going on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Batman and Robin have a little smooch. Shane, you're going to be upset because in the original comics, Robin was wearing his short shorts.
Yes.
But in this remake, he has on spandex leggings. What is that?
Yes.
What happened?
You don't think Joker will hold up Jason's lipstick? The five Robin's lipstick. Yes.
May the best sidekick win.
Yes. Tim would win. Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
I'm excited to see this because DC cartoons are always like A1, really entertaining to watch.
For the most part, I will say when they did the Batgirl getting shot storyline with Joker was very cringe.
I didn't see that one, so I'm taking your word for it.
Yeah, they leaned into the pot that Batman and Batgirl were having. Yeah, Killing Joke. Thank you, Steve. Killing Joke. That Batman and Batgirl had like a bit of a relationship. So, yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
No. So
no.
Well, let's move on to some quick hits in the week and geek, shall we?
Let's do it.
For movies, we got a new trailer for the Freeform series that was shot during quarantine called Love in the Time of Corona. So this features people like real life couples, so that they were able to do this safely and in proper social distancing. The one of the couples, I believe, is Leslie Odom Jr., who people may remember from Hamilton.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was good.
Yeah. So and his partner, Nicolette Robinson. So they're featured. I don't know. It looks interesting. It doesn't necessarily look like it was filmed like differently. Like it wasn't filmed with Zoom.
No, yeah, it was still in person, everything.
Yeah,
I think it's crazy how quickly they must have like greenlit that show, did all the behind the scenes stuff, and filmed it like that quickly, and it's already out. A show just about quarantine love. That's just mind blowing to me that stuff works that quickly, and they're able to do that.
Yeah, it's crazy, like what we can do with technology.
Right.
Yeah. So it's going to be it's a 4-part limited series. It'll be 4 interwoven stories about the hopeful search for love and connection during this time of quarantine.
That's cute.
So, yeah.
I might need some tips for that.
Do what?
I might need some tips for that.
I know lots of people are still on the apps, and I've heard, people social distance dating. So
that's cute.
It's a new form of testing. You have to have a negative antibody test
to get together. Yeah, let me see your test first.
Right. We also, as things have, places have reopened, we've gone back and forth about when movie theaters will open, and Regal Cinemas has made the announcement that they are going to reopen starting at the end of August.
I have mixed feelings on that one.
Yeah, so they're going to be opening August 21st. Don't know how many locations are actually going to open, because New York City and Los Angeles have not greenlit movie theaters to resume business.
Good.
So, I mean, it's possible that, there are some areas that are fine. I honestly, I don't know where those places are, but
maybe in like the rural areas where there's not a lot of people living there already. Like I wouldn't be mad if they might open up, but like you said, like New York, California, Florida, they don't need to have the theaters open up anytime soon.
No,
there's no reason for it.
I mean, maybe places in more remote areas of like New York State, maybe. Right. I don't know, but
if you're all like sitting 6 chairs apart or something,
right? But
you can't trust people.
No. Currently, the films that are set to open that weekend are Unhinged, starring Russell Crowe. That's about road rage.
I'm never for that.
Yeah, and Antebellum, starring Janelle Monáe.
See, that one almost got me. I might mix risk Corona for that. But
yeah.
Love some Janelle Monáe, but I don't know. I'll let that hit Netflix.
Well, we'll see, because what's interesting is the other piece is that AMC Theaters has agreed to a new deal with Universal. So they had this whole thing going when the Trolls World Tour movie came out.
Yeah.
It was supposed to open up in theaters, and they decided to just skip it altogether and do direct to on-demand. And so AMC Theaters and others were going to boycott Universal movies.
That was really childish and like kind of like, you're not doing it my way.
Right.
Kind of thing. I keep trying to curse.
No, I understand. But they've agreed to shortened theatrical windows. So it used to be that a certain amount of time had to pass with movies being out in theaters before they would be allowed to be on demand or even rented or for sale at home. So now they have agreed for, I believe, not all movies, but Universal movies, not necessarily all of them, that they will be available for video on demand after 17 days of being in theaters.
I think that's a smart move personally, because the way we consume media these days, like quickly, where's the next thing? What's the next thing? What's the next thing?
Yeah.
It's probably smarter for these companies to release their things on video on demand in 2 weeks, because the people that wanted to see it would have seen it by now, in 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because turn around, there's the third Marvel movie of the year coming out, Like, stuff is going to keep coming out constantly. So I think having a shorter window in between.
Because, like, I mean, that's the thing is, like,
yeah.
if they release Antebellum in theaters, in like a small amount of theaters, and then they put it out on demand like 17 days later, that's fine. I'd probably, rent it. I would probably rent it on demand, so that I'd have the chance to watch it safely in my own home.
Right.
There are definitely movies that I would want to see in theaters, but I don't know if I would necessarily risk it right now, especially if theaters aren't being very stringent or, strict with policies, because people bring in food from outside,
Right.
They're not paying attention to a lot of,
No.
theater policies already. So,
and then that could be in the theater watching people, making sure they don't get too close and all that. So
yeah. So
not risking it. Sorry.
No, it's not worth it. Though we did get the news that so Tenet, they pushed back the release date, they moved it, then they removed it completely from the schedule, and now it is going to be premiering in limited U.S. Theaters Labor Day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also going to open overseas. So it's going to open overseas on August 26th in like 70 countries that all, have this in more control. Some of them do, at least.
It seems like.
Yeah. Australia, at least, New Zealand, they have it under control.
Yeah.
A little more. But they're going to release it on September 4th, or September 3rd, I should say, is when Tenet will be released in select U.S. cities.
I thought it was really funny that most recent trailer just didn't have a date on it at all. They got pushed back so much and said it says coming soon.
Yeah,
but no date. I thought that was so funny. Like no one knows.
Honestly, I will believe it when I see it.
Right. When I see it out,
yeah,
I'll see it then.
I'll be like, you know what? Good for them. Good for them.
Keep advertising.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But a new trailer that came out was for a movie starring Evan Rachel Wood and Gina Rodriguez called Kajillionaire.
Mm-hmm.
And there's definitely some very there seems to be like a queer element to it. From what I gathered between Evan Rachel Wood's character and Gina Rodriguez's character.
Yeah.
It also stars Deborah Winger and Richard Jenkins. It looks weird, but also endearing at the same time.
Yeah, it's one of those little cutesy movies. You see with your mom,
Yeah. It's essentially a family of con artists who've raised their daughter to pull off small jobs, just to skim through life, and then they bring in Gina Rodriguez in on their schemes, and it sort of turns their whole world upside down. So
yeah, it sounds really cute.
Yeah, and I'm curious if those are, if I'm not reading between the lines too much between those.
Yeah, whatever. She will be like blatantly queer, or is it kind of like hinted kind of thing?
Yeah, or are they just really good friends?
Right? Are they Are they cousins?
Yeah.
You never know.
Moving on to TV news. We got the announcement that Star Trek Discovery Season 3 is going to be coming out in October.
Yes. Are you a big Trekkie fan? Star Trek and all that, your thing?
Yes, we're a big Trek household. My fiance Alex is a big Trek fan. I got him in fact, a Star Trek mask.
That's cute.
I just got the shipping notification, so it is finally coming. So
sometime, like Tenet, you never know when it comes.
You never know. Never know.
It shows up.
Right.
Soon.
As Shane has said, come out eventually. Yeah.
Thank you, Shane. See, I was never really into Star Trek. My roommate used to like binge it, so I kind of watch the corner of my eye while I'm working. It's really cute. I like how they touch on social issues without being too preachy and all that.
Yeah,
it's a really cool show. Yeah, and I remember him talking about how this new series isn't as fan servicey as Discovery was. So
you mean Picard?
Picard, yes, Picard. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
Picard. So it might be something easier for newer Star Trek fans to get into. So,
yeah, I think some people had a hard time getting into the first season. The second season is chef's kiss.
Oh yeah,
I really enjoyed it, and I love Sonequa Martin Green. Love Michelle Yeoh, who is just, I want more of her in this. So we finally have out queer characters in it. So yeah, it's what's not to like. I'm sure people will tell me, but
you'll find something.
Yeah,
it's not the original. It's not the original show. They'll be mad about it.
Oh, wow. Right, exactly. We also got a new trailer for a series coming to HBO called "We Are Who We Are." Mm-hmm. It is from the director, I believe, of why is it blanking from my head? Call Me by Your Name.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a show about two American kids living on a U.S. military base in Italy that explores friendship, first love, identity, and all the exhilaration and anguish of being a teenager, according to their logline.
Yeah, I saw the trailer. I was really excited when the male character was like, who said this is what boys have to do? Who said boys have to do this and that? So I love that we're exploring gender expression with teenagers, because that's normally around the time where you notice things about yourself. You don't fit the standard norm. So it's really cool that we're seeing, actual teens get to explore the gender expression in 2020.
And it's got a great cast. Kid
Cudi's in it. Yeah,
yes.
I was so happy when I saw him in the trailer. I did not know this was coming out. Oh, Kid's in this. You find out.
Yeah. Chloe Sevigny is in it, playing one of the main character's moms. So yeah, it looks beautiful. The cinematography is great. I want to go back to Italy.
Might as well. Oh, you can't. You're American,
No.
Mask your opinion here, so
can't go anywhere.
We're stuck.
Not for a while, at least.
Bedroom or Walmart. That's it.
Yeah. We also got a new trailer for Infinity Train Book 3, which is an animated series that has been on Cartoon Network.
The first two seasons, and the third season is now going to just be on HBO Max, which makes me sad because HBO Max is not on Amazon devices yet. So, it's not. I guess I watched it on my Roku.
It's not on Roku either. Yeah,
that's how I watched it. Maybe through Hulu. Oh, can you get that through Hulu somehow? HBO Max.
Maybe yes.
That might be how I watch it, because after you had introduced me to the season 3 trailer, I was like, oh no, I have to watch this now. So me and my roommate have already been watching season 1.
Oh, awesome!
Yes, it's a really cute show. They talk about some serious subjects that I wasn't expecting a kids show to cover, like divorce and mental health issues and all that. So that was really surprising to watch that in a kid's show. That was on Cartoon Network. I never heard of it.
Yeah, lots of fans of. Oh nope, wrong comment. So in love with
Infinity Train. Yes, it's so good.
Shane thought we were talking about Demon Slayer movie.
Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Not Demon Slayers.
But I've really enjoyed that about Infinity Train because it's part of the whole thing. Actually, I don't want to do any spoilers for anyone in terms of
don't spoil it. It's a fun show to go through.
Yes,
surprise.
Layers to peel back and discover. Yes,
it's an onion. Yeah.
But I do love the king, the dog, the corgi.
He was so cute. I love like the little dog mannerisms that they put in, like when he wags his tail or he's too scared to go outside. It's so cute.
Yes. It was adorable. So I hope they work out a deal with Amazon soon. So I can be able to watch book 3 of Infinity Train. So. We also got news that a prequel series to The Witcher is coming to Netflix called The Witcher Blood Origin. I think it's going to be a limited series. Right now, I think it's a 6-part
I didn't know that.
Limited series set 1,200 years before the world of the current series. Yeah. So, which should be interesting. I admittly have not watched The Witcher yet.
I think, he's good eye candy, definitely. I watched the first 2 episodes, so any more reason to watch him on my Netflix TV?
Yes,
I'm here for
it. Yes. Shane has said every. I mean, I'd be fine with that. Every episode, just a bathtub scene. Yeah.
I'm here for that limited series. Please show me that one.
Yeah. Also getting some love from Tallulah. Man.
Hey, Tallulah.
Tallulah is correct. Misster is an icon.
Oh my goodness, be quiet.
Speaking of iconic, the Netflix is doing an animated series. They released a new trailer for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, which is interesting.
When I read about it, I was excited. Yeah. When I heard, there's a Jurassic World cartoon series coming out. I was a huge Jurassic Park nerd. Like I owned all the little dinosaurs. I knew everyone's name.
Yeah.
Huge fan. So I was really excited to see this. And then I watched the trailer and I was like, this is what Jurassic Park Jr. maybe? Like when Jurassic Park played on Playhouse Jr. on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
I was not into it. It didn't seem for me.
It's interesting. It seems like a rehash of everything, but just with kids.
Yeah, it's very that.
There's just more kids. I mean, I will watch it.
Oh yeah,
I love
kill some time.
It speaks to the inner kid in me with loving dinosaurs. But excuse me. We'll see. Who knows?
I mean, it could be cute. Maybe I'm hating, but it's like Jurassic World Jr. to me.
Yeah, pretty much. Though Netflix did release another trailer for a new series coming out called Teenage Bounty Hunters. Mm-hmm. This looks just stupid and fun. It is fraternal twin young women in high school who take on a job as being bounty hunters, working for Kadeem Hardison, who I haven't seen him in a while, and it was a very welcome surprise to see him back on my screen. It looks stupid and fun.
Yeah, it looks like a little quirky show you watched. You binged through one night. I'd definitely watch it a little bit.
Yeah.
And it came from the makers of Glow and Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of both those shows, so probably like this one too. So if you like those shows, check this out too.
And if you were a fan of A Different World and want to see what Kadeem Hardison looks like now, there you go.
There you go.
Ryan Murphy has released a first look at his new series coming out, Ratched. Starring Sarah Paulson as Nurse Ratched. It's like a prequel series. So we get a look at Sharon Stone, Finn Wittrock, I can't speak, Cynthia Nixon, so Charlie Carver. It essentially, I'm getting a lot of American Horror Story Asylum vibes.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that I'm getting from this.
I mean, I'm not too mad at that. We love a Ryan Murphy production, personally.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to when the actual first trailer comes out for this. The series does not premiere until September 18th.
Oh, that's a while.
Yeah. It's the first season is going to be 8 episodes, and it was sold as a 2-season series. So we're only going to get 2 seasons of this.
I mean, it's a Ryan Murphy, so it might be all he needs.
I mean, honestly, less is more with Ryan Murphy.
Exactly. Season 1's always great, outstanding.
Yeah.
Season 2, cute.
I think the thing that works with Pose is that he turned that over to people who were more knowledgeable than him.
Oh, that's smart of him to do. Get off the ground.
Yeah. Well, I mean, his hands are, in every pie. But he turned that over to, actual trans writers to help shape the stories. So I think that helps a lot and helps sort of rein in some of his more dubious storyline thoughts.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a lot more authentic to see trans stories from trans writers. So
exactly, yeah. But as we were talking before about entertainment industry sort of realizing that they should, I don't know, not just cater to straight cisgendered white men, that Netflix has acquired, a whole slew of classic 90s Black sitcoms.
And I am so excited to binge watch them all. I remember when I was younger. Yeah.
Were you? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I had to get ahead of you. I was really excited for this one.
No,
Netflix
please.
Shows.
Yes.
So I know they're getting Girlfriends and Moesha and Sister.
Yeah.
And I remember when I was younger, and I would just watch those shows with my mother all the time. So it'd be really cute to get back into Girlfriends. Now that I'm a little older and understand the world, I'll get the jokes a little more probably now.
Right. They're also joining that is going to be so the whole list is One-on-One, which I'm not familiar with. Same thing with Half and Half, which when I saw in the video about this that Rachel True was in it, I was like, sold.
Yeah.
Rachel True. Yeah.
All you need to see. I'm watching it.
Yeah. As well as The Parkers, Sister, Moesha, The Game, and Girlfriends. So starting tomorrow, August 1st, those will now be part of the Netflix queue, as it were. So
I'm excited to watch that.
Yes.
Especially Sister Andreas.
Yes.
I'm really curious to see how the show grows up with the actors. Because they were a little younger when it started off.
Right.
And as it progressed, they went to college and all that. So I'm really curious to see how it grows with them. Same with Moesha.
Yeah.
Started as a little cutesy teen show. Now she got older. The storyline grew with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I love Sister, love Jack A. I only caught some of Girlfriends.
Mhm.
I loved. It's not part of this list, but Living Single. I really wish Living Single was part of this list. Just so
That's a surprise. It's not. It should have been with us.
it probably has like licensing deals with like another. Maybe it's going to be part of Peacock. I don't know. I don't know who owns or what studio produced Living Single, but just so I can be able to like continuously sing the theme song. But and I don't. I think I might have seen a couple of the Parkers, but not a lot of them.
That's good. I think it's like really ironic that Parkers got added to this because I don't know if you saw recently one of the stars of the Parkers, Monique, had recently like got into a lawsuit with Netflix.
Oh
Yeah, they offer her less money than her other white comedic counterparts.
Oh wow.
So it's kind of like, oh, I want a lawsuit, and you're playing my show. Who's winning now? So go Monique, go you girl.
John said Living Single's on Hulu.
That's on Hulu. That's why.
Well,
thank you, John, and my roommate's having Hulu because I will watch that now.
Yeah. Andre, wondering if we'll get Family Matters one day. I want to say that's on Hulu too. Family Matters.
I don't know.
I'll have to look.
Yeah,
or John Jennison, our resident researcher, will find out for us.
Thank you, John.
Yes.
Get back to that.
Yes. So moving on, some less than great news, but it's, in terms of finding out things after the fact. Mm-hmm. So Jeff Loeb, who is sort of the head of Marvel Television, he, it turns out, during Daredevil, when it was on Netflix, has apparently made some anti-Asian racist statements to the writers. This came to light from one of the actors, Peter Shinkoda, who played Nobu on Daredevil, mm-hmm. Saying that Jeff Loeb made these comments, and it claims that it prevented the writers from moving forward with fleshing out his character. So also that he and the character Madame Gao, the performer, who played Madame Gao, they apparently were not invited to the premiere.
What?
Yep.
I don't like that.
That they found out sort of last minute, and they were like, "Oh yeah, so sorry we didn't invite." They found out about the premiere like when everyone else did.
That's not cute.
No, it's not.
I think the comment he made was, didn't he say like TV watchers don't care for Asian characters or something along those lines?
Yeah, he said nobody cares about Chinese people and Asian people. So there were 3 previous Marvel movies, a trilogy called Blade, that were made where Wesley Snipes killed 200 Asians each movie. Nobody gives a shit, so we don't write about Nobu and Gao.
I don't like that. That's like so against what Marvel's about to me, because Marvel's always been about diversity, acceptance, being who you are, and all that. And
yeah,
to say, "Oh, we don't care for Asian people, you're not marketable," that's really sad to hear.
Yeah. Thanks, Andres.
Yeah, thank you, a researcher. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, they're past, especially with television, and in the comics, Asian representation, as Terry has said, has not been good.
It hasn't.
No.
And I was definitely on the team. I was hoping that they'd rectify that with when Iron Fist came out. I was definitely one of the people that wanted to see a Chinese actor get the part. Maybe change the background story a little bit to match that.
Yeah.
But I was really hoping they'd try to add diversity in. It's 2020. We want to see more than cis white straight men playing all the superheroes.
Exactly.
And you make the Asian characters the minorities the bad guys all the time. Like, we want to switch it up. Change around.
Well, and the supporting characters were more interesting than him.
Right.
You know?
It's like they could have definitely like given us something different for Iron Fist.
Yeah. Because Colleen, she was infinitely more interesting than Danny Rand.
Yes, agreed.
So, and I feel like they could have done more, and it should have focused more on her. So, but thankfully, Jeff Loeb does not have any say anymore in regards to Marvel Television. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. But they can still do better, is what we're saying.
They definitely do. I want to see some more Asian and more representation with that, in the MCU and all that.
Yeah, they. I know that we're going to be getting Shang-Chi, which they're currently working on in filming. They were in the midst of filming when the pandemic hit. So supposedly, I think they are back in production.
I hope so. When's that? Do you know when that's supposed to come out? Or I guess no one knows anymore.
When is anything coming out anymore?
Soon. Just coming soon.
Coming soon. Perpetually coming soon. Yeah. We also, we mentioned earlier about the GLAAD Media Awards. The Emmy nominations were announced, which featured a number of firsts, with one record nominations for Watchmen. Watchmen received 26 nominations alone, including Best Actor or Actress for Regina King. Also nominated, multiple people were nominated for Lead Actor, Supporting Actor, and so many nominations for this series, and I love every bit about it. Did you get a chance to watch Watchmen?
I honestly have not seen Watchmen yet. Well, obviously I need to. It's winning this much Emmys. 26 nominations is wild.
I strongly recommend watching it. You don't necessarily need to know a whole lot about the property necessarily. I mean, it definitely helps. But this is telling a story, expanding on that. And especially during this current climate, when we are focusing on Black, Indigenous people of color, voices of that, especially history that is not widely known and taught, especially dealing with Black Wall Street, that plays a significant role in this. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I might have to look this up then.
Yeah.
How many seasons are out yet with this?
Well, it's a limited series. It was one season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I will say, with the nominations, there were a number of people of color that were nominated. So that is always great to see. We had nominations for Insecure from HBO, and Issa Rae and Yvonne Orji. I hope I'm not butchering her name. As well as for William Jackson Harper from The Good Place, and Mahershala Ali for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy. So there are movements forward that are happening. Again, there's also two steps back in that it was. I love Billy Porter, and I'm glad that he is getting recognized for his work in Pose. But unfortunately, none of his co-stars were.
No one did. That's crazy to me. The show is about Black trans women.
Yeah.
And only one to get nominated from the show is the one Black cis character. Like, what's going on? What's going on? I was really hoping one of those women would have been nominated, because they definitely deserve it. That
like Angelica Ross, like, just not to spoil it for anyone, but her character arc, like what she did in one of, towards the later end of the season, was beautiful.
Yes, and she definitely deserves some recognition for that.
Yeah.
It was a really good season 2 was really good. Like I don't cry watching TV.
Yeah.
But season 2 had me going.
Yeah.
It was a good. Those actresses were phenomenal on post season 2, and they definitely deserve some respect for that.
Yeah.
I did think it was really funny because people kept asking the cast, "Are you guys mad you were snubbed? Are you upset?" And then one of them responded, imagine if we needed approval from cis men. I thought that was really cool to respond with that.
Yeah.
But they definitely deserve something.
They do. It's again, it's that whole, 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, we think we're making progress. We think, people are getting recognized, and there's more representation in media, both in front of and behind the camera. But there's still so much further that we have to go.
Yeah. So gay men are definitely getting their spotlight. It's time for our trans actresses to get awarded as well.
Exactly. I will say that Laverne Cox was nominated for the final season of Orange is the New Black. So good. So there is some representation, but honestly, it's a travesty that the more people from Pose were not recognized.
And so they definitely deserve it. Deserve it.
Yeah. Going back to the Asian representation, Shane mentioning
Chinese show
Untamed.
Oh, I haven't heard that one. Chinese show, Netflix.
I'll have to check it out. Yeah, thanks for the recommendation, Shane.
Thank you, Shane. I'll definitely look this up.
Yeah.
I'm learning all the new stuff on this podcast. Love it.
Yeah. That's what we try to do.
Learning experience.
Yes. In comic book news, Marvel has launched a new webcomic called Heroes at Home. The first one featuring Spider-Man. It's cute. It's fun. It's, a nice little, cute thing to read or to look at during quarantine.
That's cute.
Sort of reminds us to sort of look, not to, in this moment of darkness, that there is some light that we can focus on. So, and being able to focus on that light,
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a cute idea to give us a look into the heroes' world and seeing how they're going through quarantine as well.
Yeah.
See what they're doing.
Yeah. Also, we got there's a preview. Apparently, there is a Mean Girls sequel coming out in comic book form from Ariana Irwin and Alba Cardona. Sorry if I'm butchering those names. Called Mean Girls Senior Year, where we see Katie aiming to stay drama-free for her senior year, only to lose focus when a new transfer student, Megan Moretti, appears. This looks cute. It's staying true to the characters and where they left off at the end of Mean Girls, it looks like. It'd be a nice, fun little end of summer read.
Yes. I love Mean Girls, so seeing this continued again, it's a good little surprise. So we're definitely ignoring Mean Girls 2. That never happened.
Yeah. It is going to be going out on sale on September 29th. And I guess previews are going to be appearing in select comic book stores sometime between now and September 9th. And you can order it for pre-order. It's available for pre-order.
Yeah, I'm about to order this one. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah. There's a number of great digital comics that are out there. In fact, I just got from James Tynion the Fourth's just released a new horror magazine called Razor Blades.
Ooh, horror magazine, I like that.
Mm-hmm. A lot of short stories, prose, art. That just became a little. It's pay what you can.
That's cute. Digital's way to go. It's quarantine.
Right, exactly. And speaking of digital, as we said, FlameCon is going to be digital this year. We still wanted to have something, while we're not able to be together during this time, while we're having to stay socially distant. We still wanted to have a little bit of FlameCon for everyone out there. So on August 15th, we're going to have some panels, some workshops, and some performances.
Yes. I wonder who's going to be there.
I wonder. We're going to have some great panels. We're going to start off. It all starts off at noon on August 15th. That's Saturday. We're going to have opening ceremony. We're going to feature some comedians from Queendom Comedy. Some of the panels we got at 1 o'clock. We've got a spotlight on creators of queer kids comics. At 2. Panel, there can only be one: marginalized creatorship and working in multiple mediums. At 3 o'clock, we're going to have a cosplay workshop on how to make things fancy.
I'll tune in for that one.
At 4 o'clock, we have reclaiming I believe this is screen time, navigating the intersections of mental health and gaming. At 5 o'clock, our second cosplay workshop called Paper Yay! About using paper. Yeah, that one is going to be a lot of fun. That one is from one of our from our cosplay corner, T-Berry Blue. So it's all about trying to make cheap cosplay using just paper.
I love that idea because we know we're bored of quarantine, something to do. Why not do some paper cosplays?
Exactly, especially because not a lot of craft and fabric stores are open necessarily, so you're gonna have to work with what you got. At 6, we're having a streaming as a hobby or career. And 7 is comic and advocacy, using your passion to empower your community. And then at 8 o'clock, we are having our open flame after party, Fire Escape. What?
Ooh, Fire Escape.
Yes, featuring some great performances, as well as look at some classic performances. I'll be playing the trailer in just a moment.
I'm excited for the trailer.
Yes. So you can stay tuned to these channels on Facebook, on our Geeks Out's Facebook page, FlameCon Facebook page, and our Geeks Out YouTube page. They will be streaming live Saturday, August 15th. And we hope to see you there. You can, we're going to wrap things up. You can find out more about Geeks Out and FlameCon by going to our website, geeksout.org, flamecon.org. You probably know since you're looking at us through these platforms on our Facebook pages.
Follow FlameCon now.
Yes. You can find us on all the social medias. For Geeks Out, it is at Geeks Out on Twitter and on the Instagrams. For FlameCon, it is at FlameCon on Twitter. And for Instagram, it is Insta FlameCon. Someone else took FlameCon.
Why?
I don't know. Why do people do anything?
That's annoying.
Yeah. You can find me on the Twitters and the Instagrams at Gilligan_McJew. It's right there. And also I host this podcast every week. So you'll have to tune in to wherever you hear podcasts. And you can also see I'm going to be in a sketch show right here on the Facebooks for the Pit, the People's Improv Theater, on their Facebook page, Tuesday, August 4th. That's this coming Tuesday at 7 p.m. So we made some socially distant comedy for your pleasure. Misster?
Hello.
How
Thank you
can
all for
people
watching
find
once
you?
again.
Yes.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram under Hey There Mister with 2 S's. I always post my latest looks, latest numbers, dumb things that go through my mind. So if you're on Twitter, Instagram, hit me up on Hey There Mister. Or if you're a fan of these digital drag shows going on across the country, you can follow me on Twitch, and that is just Hey Mister with 2 S's. So Twitch, Hey Mister, Instagram, Twitter, Hey There Mister. Please follow me, and I'll follow you back, Diva.
Yes.
Yes, if you're a fan of local drag and like scary, spooky, ooky stuff, coming to my Twitch stream soon. We did a local drag competition for the more creative types. We gave each week we did a different challenge, like Dragula style. It's basically at home Dragula. And if you want to watch our competition, not live. We would rewatch the competition.
Yeah.
It'll be on my Twitch stream. Hey, Mister.
Awesome. And please support your drag queens.
Please.
They put in a lot of hard work to look that fabulous. Not that you need a lot of hard work to look fabulous, but
when you have a beard, I don't know. It's a little
right.
work on there. It's going there.
Yes. But thank you so much for joining us. It was a treat and a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It was really great. I'm excited for FlameCon's digital era. See what's coming up next.
Yes.
We'll see you again soon.
Yes. So stay tuned for that preview of Fire Escape. But for right now, until next time, we're out.
Yes. Come on, Harry.
I thought I would join you.
I love it. You look amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Again, that's it for this week's episode. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you August 15th.
August 15th. See you soon, divas.
Bye.
Bye, nerds.